shit, I spawned on accident. Why am I upside down? I just realized I'm upside down.
Don't be giving me crazy heat. Oh! Oh, baby! Uh-oh.
Phase 2, get ready. Get ready.
Oh, snake! There he goes! Oh my god! My booty! Yo, go down! Go down! He's gonna take me! I'm back in! I'm coming! Oh! Oh! Ooh! Ooh! Ooh!
You have to dodge into him.
Where is he? Oh, shit. What the fuck? Yo! He's giving me straight jaw. Focus in that toilet. Whoa! Yo, somebody get the door. So, today I kind of wanted to make this laid back because this video did not go how I expected it to. So I made a little list of things I wanted to talk about, mainly being about content, because I think there's one more video that I'll make, and it's just a cleanup of all the bosses, because I have footage from, you know, Yaron, or Yaren, however you pronounce it. It's the bird, it's the phoenix. And we already beat that in my playthrough with my friend. Right now we're pre-Exomex, so we really only have one boss, two bosses. No, like there's three, but two notable ones: Exomex and then Supreme, which Calamitous. And there's just not much. So I think for my last video. Well, actually, you know what? I'm not even gonna finish that sentence because I don't have an idea. But if, I mean, I'll figure it out. I'll figure out something. Right now I don't have a video idea, but there's probably just one video left. It'll probably be another montage because those were fun to do, but they're really time consuming. Which, actually leads me to my next point on this little list I have here, which was my frequency of work. Now, obviously, because I'm starting out, you know, you could really post as often as you want, but as you start growing in audience, I feel like you're gonna have to maintain, you know, some level of work ethic. Right now, especially since I'm only learning how to edit, like I'm just starting out. I mean, I have basics like trimming, audio, you know, inserting audio tracks, music. Speaking of music, I'll make a little note here. I got like copyrighted. Oh, I didn't get copyrighted, but I gave all the credit to the publishers and the authors. But I mean, the restrictions tab says it gets copyrighted, but I didn't exactly get like a punishment. So I guess that's a creator thing. I guess creators see that all the time, but since it doesn't affect it, then I guess it's not that big of a deal. But work ethic. Let's go back to that. I guess when, well, hopefully in the future when I grow a bigger audience, I guess I would have to post maybe every, I don't know, 3, 4, maybe 2 days. Because the way right now I do it, I just like to record one night, then I like think it over the next day, and then sometimes I start editing that same day, and then I usually finish the following day, which is around 2 days worth of effort. Now the only reason it takes me that long is because I'm just learning. I'm just starting out. I mean, I'd like to do the most simple edits and get away with it, but that's not fun in the YouTube ecosystem. I doubt anyone would watch that. So I would have to establish that at that point. The point of me talking about all that was to establish, I guess, why the frequency of uploads is horrendous right now. I mean, I don't even have an audience to explain that to, so it's kind of just a rant. But I mean, it's holding myself accountable, right? So I guess that's all that matters. Now my next idea, or sorry, not my next idea, but my next talking point: future content ideas. I mean, if I had to be honest, right now I only have one content idea in mind outside of Terraria, which is Minecraft. And it would be fun, you know, just posting shit posts and like little compilations slash highlight reels or like montages of, you know, what we did in that day. It's sort of what like Venos Gaming used to do back in like 2012, 2013, 14. Not to that level, obviously, because that was a completely different time. But there's also the problem that it sort of messes with my second point, which was the frequency of work, or just a work ethic in general, because you have to, you know, everyone has a life, right? So you have to assemble, you know, you have to get the timing down, you have to assemble, you know, when can you sit down to play? I mean, it doesn't go like that. It's usually simpler messages, but you know what I mean. It's like you just need to plan ahead. And all the time it doesn't really work out. Or not all the time, but there are times when it doesn't work out. So usually I can go like maybe a day, maybe I can go like a day, back-to-back days where I have recording sessions. And then I could go days where I record one day, and then I don't record for the next like 3. So it's no one's fault. But the point the thing I'm trying to get at here is that future content relies, or at least the one I like to do, because I don't like to force anything and make it unnatural. The thing I like to do is just be natural. Like grass is green take right there, but I never want to do sort of content that I never want to do, which is why I stopped doing Dark Souls 3 earlier. Because it's one of those, well, mainly because it was one of those games where you kind of just play it off camera. But yeah, to the TLDR, to summarize that whole point, is that future content I do have ideas for, but it sort of just relies on the naturality of it. I don't even know if that's a word. But just the nature of it being, you know, not an act, not in anything, just me being myself and my friends without, you know, kind of just ignoring that the camera's there and just playing. Which, I mean, again, it's such a simple take, but you'd be surprised of how many people act like, you know, it's like how many people try to clip farm, basically. That's what I'm getting at. But yeah. Moving on to my next point. So, as for types of content, this is kind of the same thing, but it's different, I promise. The types of content vary. They vary based on. Well, I don't really look at views, I'll be honest. I kind of just post, and if I'm proud of it, I'm like, yeah, I hope this does good, and then I move on. I don't think I've actually checked my viewership maybe since the first Terraria video I posted, or maybe the video prior. I don't remember. But as I post, I mean, I guess after I post this video, I would have to check which videos did the best, and then that way I can say, oh, okay, YouTube likes this content, so I'll just push out more of that, right? But it conflicts with the fact that I want it to be natural. So I don't ever want to play something that I don't want to play unless I have an audience, God willing, in the future, where they're raising pitchforks and like telling me to play some sort of, I don't know, just any game, right? What I'm getting at is the types of content, which was my original point, the types of content also kind of come naturally because I just really feel that it's almost like instinct. Like, this is like the almost longest way to explain it, or the longest way to explain something being natural, but what I'm getting at is, it's kind of like impulse. Somebody just says, "Oh, you guys want to start a 2-week Minecraft server, right?" And it's like the most overused, joke. But somebody says, "Yo, you want to start like a 2-week Minecraft server, right?" And I'm like, "Oh yeah, let's start a 2-week Minecraft server." But it's not until we actually start it or get later into it that we start enjoying it. That was kind of a non-point. But let me backtrack a bit. It's not until we start that type of content, or maybe a little into that type of content, where I start recording. I didn't start recording this Terraria playthrough until we were maybe 20 hours in, because I thought, oh, okay, I'm having fun. Now let me actually start recording this. And I like doing it, so it's 2 birds with 1 stone. I get to record, post content, and I'm having fun while I'm doing it, so it's not like a pain in the ass to do it. Now with that being said, I never want to post content that I'm not gonna finish, which I guess is another point. Here, let me come back in a second. Okay, coming back in. So, never wanting to post content that I won't finish stems from the Dark Souls 3 gameplay I had, because I sit on these, mountains of footage. Sometimes it's like, trust me, an hour or 2 or 3 of footage is a lot. You won't be done with that. If you're really editing it, you will not be done with that hour to 2 to 3 hours of footage. Like, until maybe the following, if you're really like grinding it out, you won't be finished with it at least until a day or 2 later. And that's coming from someone who just started, learning basics of editing, so it's not really credible. But coming from someone who has edited by now a few times, an hour or 2 or 3 of footage in multiple instances, it is a lot of footage that you have to, churn through. It's not like I don't enjoy it, because when I start doing it, it's not really a problem. The ideas just start flowing out. But in the scenario of my Dark Souls 3 gameplay, it was kind of mounted with the fact that I was just looking at hours of footage, and after I edited it, it wouldn't export or it wouldn't upload because I used like a very poor quality editor, free, that I found online. But that had its own problems. But the reason why I use my Dark Souls 3 gameplay as an example is because it's the only example that I have, and that I wasn't enjoying it while I was doing it. Moving on to my next point, sort of what I said earlier about, you know, holding myself accountable. I think this was in my work ethic post, or not post. My point. The point I'm getting at is, what can I do to improve my videos? Now, in general, it seems like a good, you know, standard to have, like, or a good question to keep in the back burner at all times. You know, how can I improve this? How can I improve that? But the thing is, you don't really know where to go off of something if you don't have a certain understanding of it. Like, I know this is the most like obvious tangent I'm going on, but as a beginner, it is something you have to think about. Now, I mean, granted, not everyone can really, I mean, but not everyone would really, you know, snap into it and be like, oh yeah, I know exactly what to do. I know exactly how to improve my video. You know, I gotta add this here, this here, and this here. But for me, I guess it's a little slower, so it doesn't come out like that. So for that point, I would say just keep pushing, I guess. You know, see what an audience likes. I have no idea how to grow an audience, I'll be honest. I'm just posting whatever the hell I like, and whatever I find fun, and whatever I find funny, and whatever I find cool. And that's all I ever want to, you know, to do. Obviously, I have other reasons, some personal, but some not personal, like growing an audience. That was a very obvious one. I think I've vocalized that since my first video. But that wraps up that point. I didn't write this point down, but one second. Alright, so my point was that the reason, or no, sorry, yeah, I think I'll just wrap up the video with this, but well, 2 points actually. The reason why this video specifically is not a montage or like another kind of video was, when I posted my previous videos, I was really expecting Devourer of Gods to take, you know, a while, a day or two, so I'd have a lot of footage. We beat him, me and my friend, we beat him in around 2 hours, give or take. So all those videos I made leading up to it kind of went down the drain. I don't regret doing it because we enjoyed fighting Devourer of Gods. And obviously that was where that's kind of what we were playing the mod for. Some other bosses as well, like Yaren, like I said earlier, or Yaren, however you pronounce it. He had a cool theme, enjoyed that fight. But we just really didn't expect to clear the Devourer of Gods that fast. So, I mean, that's why you're looking at this, that's why you were looking at this footage in the background while I'm talking. Because, well, the montage video took me a while. Plus, this didn't seem to have enough footage for a montage. So, this was the idea I came up with. But to make it short and sweet, the reason why this video specifically wasn't a montage was because there wasn't enough footage. So I couldn't really make it funny or cool or however I wanted it to be. Before I leave and before I show this winning attempt that I almost didn't record, by the way, I think I got like the last half of the fight when he was already in phase 2, and from then on, before he went phase 3. My final thoughts. I just need to post more. I don't know how to grow anything. I mean, I doubt anyone even makes it to the end of videos, but it would be nice to get, you know, some sort of advice from anyone else who is starting out, maybe in the same area as me, on, you know, how to grow, how, you know, like where to post, what to do. I don't even know if hashtags are relevant anymore. I think I did it in one video and then that was it. But aside from that, there's, yeah, you know what, I'll just wrap this up. I've already been talking for a while now. I think I've been talking for, 20 minutes almost. So before I wrap it up, I'll just say, first, thank you for watching, and B, let me know, maybe in the future, to the 1 or 2 viewers who see this, or commenters, let me know if there's anything that's not enough of. That's a good point to cover. Let me know if there's not enough of some sort of content on the YouTube space, and I'll try to do that. That seems like a good area to start from. With all that said, though, thank you for watching, and enjoy this winning, I guess, clip. Get me out of here!
Let me dodge!
I am here!
Don't even think about running.
Somebody get the door! Oh! Come on. A god fears death, bitch. Oh! Ah! Wow. Look at that. Light work. No reaction.